All right. All right. Here we go. So here it is. I'm back again with another video. I promised to do a drawing and I still have a lot more to go. I am going to catch up and I will show you guys very soon. So I did promise to draw what I saw so you can understand what I saw pertaining to there was this, it looked like a regular vehicle flying, right? I know that's a typing. It's a spiritual typing. It doesn't mean that we're going to see a flying car flying in the air, right? It's a spiritual typing. And I will be back with the deeper meaning of what God is saying with this dream, but I wanted to get this dream out and draw it. This is me. I went through a couple of drawings, but I really, the other ones really sucked. So I did it over again. This is me. The first thing that I saw, like I was laying down, I was asleep. And I remember like waking up into seeing this truck. We're just going to say vehicle, okay? So bear with me. There was this vehicle and it had 3 different colors. And let me write it. Red. The truck was white. This thing here was, most of it was blue, and there was a little part on it that was red. Now, I don't want to jump the gun and jump to conclusions yet. I did do some research, and the Russian flag starts with white, then it's blue, then it's red. And so I'll get with you on that on another video, but I just wanted to write in those colors. Now, this, I believe God gave the color and made it a truck just to show the meaning of the color. Okay, I'm going to look up something in our research, but I'm not done with the researching of all the interpretation of meanings. I just wanted to write that little small thing and get back to just to show you and draw what I saw, okay? So basically, I woke up and into this dream and I saw this vehicle flying and it had this, it looked just like this. It didn't have any legs, no wheels. It looked like a tank with no anything on it, and like a nuclear warhead. And it was huge. It was big, and it was flying, and it was wobbling left, wobbling right. It looked like an airplane with no wings. That's the best way I can explain it. An airplane with no wings. And it had the colors navy blue and red, this tank. And the truck was white. And so I'm watching for a while, like for at least a minute and a half, this vehicle wobbling left and right. This little tank that it was carrying was heavy. That's why. And it was flying low. It was flying low, like house level low, and then started going midway and descending to where it can hit the ground. And it detached. It had like a little chain or whatever it was holding on to. And eventually this thing detached. Boom. Hit the ground. When that thing hit the ground, it had something in it inside of that tank that was very deadly, lethal, and poisonous, of course. So I was standing watching people running. They're running from something. I'm like, what's going on? And this tank passes by It's moving, but the dream, come on, when you dream, it's spiritual. So this thing was moving. As people were running, this thing was just moving and traveling, meaning whatever was in here was moving and traveling. Does it make sense? I didn't get a chance, and I didn't want to color all this in. I could have drawn more people running by their apartments, but I didn't. I just had me right here by my apartment and this tank. You know, I drew some steps, and I was getting ready to do something over here. I was like, let me release this dream. It's been a while. So I went on ahead and released it without drawing steps. I'm like, Lord, I'm not good at drawing. Help me get better. I need to train, look at a video. But this thing is just going up. And the steps going down hallways. Yet again, of course, a real missile or a nuclear warhead is not going to travel physically. God is just showing me that the effects of this warhead, the spray, the smoke, the fumes are so deadly, so lethal. It was spewing everywhere. It was in the air, and it was traveling and going once this vehicle dropped it off. Do I believe we're going to see a real vehicle one day? No. I know we're humans, and that's funny, but no, we're not going to see a real vehicle in the sky. It's a typing, okay? Spiritual typing. Once again. Lastly. So, the thing is spreading. The lethal, the smell. When this thing exploded, people are running. People are running for their life. Whatever was in this when they inhaled it, it was not good at all. People are running and making a run for it. I can see houses. I can see trees, houses. People are making a run for it, right? And there were people huddled together. I didn't get a chance to draw that part. But I wanted to show, it was like people, you can see, okay, this is their nose. And there was a sore spot. It was a sore on their face that you couldn't describe, but it was by the nostrils of every person. And I know that it's at least two at the least a typing of this thing, whatever it was. It had a very, very bad side effect. It caused people to become very sick. And people had physical scarring. We all had it in the same spot. Okay? When I saw this tank passing, when I was looking right here at this tank in this particular experience here, it had the number 904 written on it. And I saw the words deaths right under it. This is written here because there was more labeling on the side of it of how harmful this was. God gave me the knowledge while I was in the dream, and I could read what it said. But as I woke up, He didn't allow me to remember that part. And as I was watching this happen, I was out trying to run an errand, and it was like I was getting ready to leave the house, but I couldn't because I'm watching all these people running, and I'm talking about they were running like somebody let wild animals, bobcats and lions out of a zoo, and they haven't fed them in 3 months, and we were the prey. People had a look on their face just exactly like that, like, oh my gosh. And so I was just like, okay, what's going on? And when I saw the people manifesting their sores, and I saw this thing going everywhere, I'm talking about it was spreading everywhere, and it was on the move. It was spreading. It was spreading from town to town. it was spreading from town to town. It was going through every apartment complex, spreading by every door, going through every street. It was spreading. And everybody was totally, completely afraid of it. We were trying to figure out what was going on. And people were huddled together in a corner. Like I said, I didn't draw that part. Huddled together. All the people who had those symptoms were huddled together. They were just like looking off into a distance, like looking at nothing. Everybody was quiet and just blank faced, like they didn't know what was coming next, and like they lost all hope. And I was trying to get back to my apartment. Then I saw other people trying to get back to their apartment. Then all of a sudden, the scene, it was like, this is the apartment, and something went over like this, whoosh. And it was like a miracle thing or something. When it went like this, whoosh, the apartments changed into another apartment and another apartment complex. And I knew that that was a sign of that residency was no longer there. It was no longer available. And that was everybody. Nobody could be able to get back into their apartment. So I'll be back with the spiritual interpretation. This is just a drawing. But I don't like looking at, seeing these three colors. I don't like from the topic that I got it from. But alright guys, be blessed.